Hey, what's up, my nerds?
I'm Air Bear.
And I'm Chasen, and you're just in time for your weekly dose of nerd news.
Oh, whoops.
Clink! It's okay, little bear.
Today is Saturday, July 8th, and this is what happened this week. But first, yes, we are in a different location than we were usually in. We have been playing Sleeping Gods, and it's all over the table.
It's a board game.
So now we are in the cosplay closet, surrounded by all my cosplay things. So, yeah, welcome to a different room.
Yeah, and welcome to better lighting as well. So, there we go.
Movie
Movies?
news. So, starting things off with announcements, photos of Zack Snyder's new film, Rebel Moon, have been released. And this is, I know nothing about this movie.
Same here.
It seemed like I should have known something about this movie. But, like, they were saying it as if I should know something, but I haven't heard of this movie. I don't know what IP it's a part of. It sounds like he's trying to start his own IP or his own universe of sorts. But, yeah. And,
Well,
yeah,
there are photos. Did you see the photos?
I did see the photos.
Okay. Anything, I guess nothing recognizable.
No, So, according to some of the articles, this was originally supposed to be his Star Wars film.
Okay.
And so some of the photos do seem very Star Wars-ish.
So I did read some things about Zack Snyder, Star Wars, but I didn't go any further because I was like, I'll just wait until it's official.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Rebel Moon. I mean, you got
Looks
Rebel in
cool.
it, you've got Moon in it. I've heard both of those things in Star Wars.
Yes, that's true.
So, I don't know. We'll see, I guess.
Yep.
Okay. Well, Greta Gerwig, the director of Barbie, has apparently made a deal.
I think that's the only time we're mentioning Barbie. The hat's very big.
It is very big, but you can try to keep it on for as long as you want, I guess.
I might hit you with it.
I'll bounce back. It sounds like Greta is going to be, well, she's in the works or talking to Netflix about the Chronicles of Narnia franchise, and it sounds like a deal has been made. So, looks like we can maybe expect some more stuff from Greta. No, keep it on. It's okay. We can expect some more stuff from Greta in the world of Chronicles of Narnia.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is. You
Yeah.
can look for that on Netflix eventually.
And I remember there were 2 films before. I've only seen one of them.
I feel like there were 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe, I wonder if these connect to that.
Or if it's going to be a reboot
Yeah.
sort of deal, which it probably will be.
So, Deadpool news. Photos have been released of from the set of Deadpool 3. And they show Ryan Reynolds, I don't know if it's a new suit or his suit, but they're photos of his suit.
Yeah, from what I saw, it's a new suit, but not like wildly
New.
different or new. I think just the colors are either more muted or less muted. So,
Yeah. And then more Deadpool 3 news. Jennifer Garner is going to be returning. I'm fairly sure it has been confirmed as Elektra.
okay.
So she's going to be coming back. And as a reminder, Deadpool 3 will be coming out next year, May 3rd.
Yes. And it's rated R. A hard R. Looks like new Funko Pops for Blue Beetle. Well, a new Funko Pop for Blue Beetle has been released as his alter ego, Jamie Reyes.
I'm going to help you out with that. So, Funko Pop is going to be releasing Funko Pops for Blue Beetle. It's going to include Blue Beetle, the alter ego Jamie. Here's Jaime or Jamie Reyes.
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce
Clearly,
his name.
I'm not a fan. Not to say I won't like the movie when I eventually see it. But yeah, so it's going to be Blue Beetle, his alter ego, and the villain?
Yeah.
Okay.
Conrad
Carapax.
Very similar to Carapace.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And is all of that being released on August 18th?
No, that's when the movie's coming out. That's when the movie's coming
cool.
out. I'm not sure when it's going to be released. Justice League War World will be premiering at Comic-Con, and we're going to talk more about Comic-Con later on. Some other things are going to be happening at Comic-Con. But, yeah, they're going to be showing the premiere of the animated movie at Comic-Con. Yeah. And then afterward, I believe, either afterward or during or sometime, I don't know, they're having a panel as well where they're going to be answering questions. But this is a film that many fans have been begging for, and it's finally coming out, but it's coming out animated. People wanted it as live action, but with how they've been flubbing up with live action, you might as well just take animated.
Just take what you can get, everybody. Okay? All right, and let's talk about trailers. So there's going to be a Miraculous Ladybug and Cat Noir movie. It's playing on Netflix, and you can check out the trailer now.
Well, it's actually already out on Netflix. There was just a trailer that came out as well.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can watch the movie on Netflix.
Yeah.
And if you're not ready or you want to just get all of the Cat Noir and Ladybug that you can watch the trailer first and then watch the movie. Mm-hmm. Which might be what we do.
What, watch the trailer? I've already watched the trailer.
Well, and watch the movie.
Oh, yeah, I haven't watched the movie yet. Little Mermaid Blu-ray and digital has had, so they've had a trailer for the release of Little Mermaid onto Blu-ray, and the digital release of it is going to be coming to Apple TV, Prime Video, Vudu, and Fandango on July 25th. That is going to be digital retailers, and it's going to be available through Blu-ray, 4K, Ultra HD, Blu-ray, and DVD on September 19th.
Okay.
And I'm guessing sometime after that, it will come to Disney Plus.
Eventually. It's going to make its way to Disney Plus. Yep. All right, let's talk about some past movies and performances and whatnot.
So, figure we're at the middle of the year. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about how the movies have done so far this year.
Let's do it. So far, box office ratings for movies released in 2023.
Oh, sorry, I didn't write numbers. These are in order, except where it says there.
That's cool. All right. So, Super Mario Brothers coming in strong, or I guess has come in strong this year. More than $500 million. That's $500 million for Super Mario Brothers.
I think these are domestic numbers. I imagine these are domestic.
No.
Or not.
You know what? I'm just going to keep reading them. And here we go. Guardians 3 comes in just behind with $356 million, or more than 356 million. Spider-Man with 351 million.
That's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse, yeah. Or Across the Spider-Verse.
Across the Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse.
The second one.
Across the Spider-Verse.
The one that just came out in theaters. And The Little Mermaid with $286 million. And Avatar with, this must be domestic. Avatar with $283 million. I'm just going to go ahead and say that's domestic. And number 13, The Flash, breaking that $100 million mark finally. Just above Elementals, which came in at $102 million. And at the, it's still early. But Indiana Jones, Dial of Destiny coming in at, or so far hitting $102 million in the first week.
So, yes. It has hit just about where Flash has hit. Flash apparently has
bombed.
It has been written as
one of the worst
bombs of box office recent history. We saw the movie. I didn't think it was that bad.
I liked it.
Yeah, I have no idea why it's doing so poorly. I mean, we did have some speculations yesterday about why movies in general may be doing poorly. But it seems like Flash is just doing really badly because Super Mario Brothers didn't do that bad. Guardians of the Galaxy has a similar fan base as Flash. And it did significantly better. Yeah.
Don't get it.
But yeah.
But, it could be just the DC.
Well, yeah.
The DC curse.
Yeah, some people were saying that people might be getting tired of DC. Yeah. But I feel like you're more likely to get tired of Marvel because Marvel's like all over the place. DC is not.
Well, I will say that DC, if you look at the film history,
It
getting
has-
burned and burned and burned and
Yeah.
burned after going back to seeing DC movies versus Marvel. It's like, man, the movies are so great. What's going on now? You can have more confidence in Marvel
Yeah.
than
That's
in
true.
DC. So
Well, Indiana Jones is doing good. It's doing much better than
much
I thought it
better
was
than
going to
Marvel.
do. I mean, I did not think.
Didn't have high hopes for
I
that.
did not.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
And Elementals is squeaking by as well. I mean, it's
I put that as a negative. It's
So-
down there. It's a Disney movie.
it is a Disney movie. I guess what I'm saying is that it made just
Oh.
about as much as Flash, and I
came
think
out
it
the
came out
same
the same
week
week
as
as
Flash.
Flash. Right.
Okay, so it seems like it might not have gotten hit by the Flash
Right. That's
lightning. Like I thought it was going to.
yeah.
Okay.
So
So, in TV news,
TV
starting off
news.
with announcements. Most of this is mostly from Anime Expo, which happened this past week. So Crunchyroll has acquired some new anime, including Black Butler, among others. I wrote a list. I'm going to read them. We don't watch any of these other than Black Butler. The Apothecary Diaries, The Faraway Paddling, The Lord of Rust Mountain, Goblin Slayer, which I've heard a lot about recently. We might want to look into
check into that. Okay.
The Kingdoms of Ruin. I once was reincarnated as the seventh prince so I could take my time perfecting my magical ability. I wonder if that's related to that time that I was reincarnated as
a
slime.
Yeah. I wonder. I don't know.
To Be Hero X, bottom tier character, Tomozaki Second Stage, and Black Butler have all been added to Crunchyroll, and that was announced at Anime Expo.
Cool. And looks like One Piece, the dubbed version of One Piece, is going to be coming to Crunchyroll on July 5th.
Which was a couple of days ago. So check out Crunchyroll because you now have access to dubbed One Piece.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So also announced at Anime Expo is this, and I've heard a lot about this. I mean, I've seen it a lot of places. People seem to be really excited.
Okay.
Suicide Squad Isekai? Isekai.
Probably.
It's an animated series from Warner Brothers Japan, and the preview looks really cool. It's like if you took Suicide Squad and joined it in with anime, and then just made an anime movie or show about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, Suicide Squad are going to be going to a different world. Is not tied to James Gunn's reboot.
Right.
It's going to be its own thing. And it's directed, oh man, you put this stuff in.
I did.
Jujutsu
Kaisen
animation director Eri Osada.
is how I would say it.
Okay.
Yes. And yes, I did put that in there. So I can explain a little more. You did a great job though. So it's literal translation is Suicide Squad Different World. And apparently isekai is
Oh.
a trend.
Okay.
So yes, Suicide
So
Squad
does isekai mean
means
different world? Okay.
Yeah.
I knew that was taking place in a different world.
Right.
Okay.
So it's a isekai is a genre where basically you have a character
Kinda like
that's
Shippuden is a
transported into a different world. I didn't know
Okay.
that Shippuden.
Oh, never mind. I thought Shippuden was a genre. I thought you
It
told me
could
that.
be.
Or Shonen Jump. I thought you told me
think-
that was a genre.
I don't remember. Maybe I did.
Okay.
I don't know. But isekai is, and it's the idea is that a character is transported to a different world. Here in I guess America, you can think of Alice in Wonderland.
Okay.
Characters in a different world and having to discover how this world works. So yeah, Suicide Squad is going to be taken to a different world, and good
Constant
times will
mayhem,
ensue.
probably.
Yeah, probably. And talking about One Piece again, the Netflix live action version of One Piece is going to be bringing back the voice actors, or the original voice acting cast for the Japanese dubbed version.
I had a
of
hard time figuring
Netflix.
out if they meant
The English.
the English
Speakers.
or the Japanese speakers.
It is the Japanese.
And I think it's the Japanese speakers.
Yes. Yes. So
Okay.
so for the dubbing that's going to be, available for Japanese speakers,
Mm-hmm.
the voices that they hear will be the voice actors from
Okay.
One Piece.
Cool.
So yeah. That's gonna be really cool.
All right. And Barney, maybe a movie. Daniel Kaluuya will be producing or wants to produce a Barney movie. It's going to be directed more toward grown-ups.
Oh.
But it's supposed to be intended for... Okay, the intention is to also make it entertaining for kids as well.
Right.
This is going to be in collaboration with Mattel, which... Also Barbie. And it seems like there's a trend toward bringing back this nostalgia for the millennials.
Yeah, and I imagine that Barbie is kind of that same formula of being for grown-ups, but potentially entertaining for kids.
Yeah.
As opposed to, like, the Toy Stories, which are intended for kids, but entertaining for grown-ups. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I love you.
Love you too.
Cool. All right.
What, that put Barney in?
Yeah, just Barney.
I love Barney.
Yeah, Barney. Trailers. Last of Us. So the last episode of Attack on Titan is a trailer.
It was released at Anime Expo.
So take a look at that if you are not already excited for the last episode of Attack on Titan, or if you want to get more excited, or just feed that urge. Yeah.
Stranger Things: The First Shadow, which is the Stranger Things stage play, had a trailer. It is not showing anything from the play.
Like a teaser trailer.
It's also not showing you anything new if you're
caught
up on
up.
all of Stranger Things.
Right.
Which you definitely should be before you watch this trailer.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Event news. Okay, so the TV Theatrical Negotiations Committee, okay, sit down, get ready for this one, has extended the negotiations contract to July 12th in order to exhaust every opportunity to achieve the righteous contract we all demand and deserve. That was a quote, by the way, not from me. But yeah, it looks like they've extended it to July 12th to figure things out and do whatever they can to...
And I didn't put in there, this was about the writer's strike.
The writer's strike.
Yeah.
That sounds very writer's strike.
Yeah.
Writer's strike is... A writer wrote that, okay?
One of the writers.
One of the writers who's on strike. That's what they're putting their mental energy toward, is these tweets.
So basically, the writer's strike will be continuing on. And something that I saw is going to come up later. Comic-Con is intended to start July, I believe it's either July 20th or July 21st, San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh, right, yes.
So they're still going to be negotiating on July 12th. That means there might be a lot of people who cannot go to San Diego Comic-Con to talk about new movies and those sorts of things. Because usually San Diego Comic-Con is notorious for, like, that's where Marvel Phase 5 and Phase 6 were announced. And it's notorious for announcing big things that are upcoming. But with everybody being tied up with the writer's strike and all of that, there might not be people available who can go to San Diego Comic-Con. And you know what con is coming after that?
I do know what con is coming after that, but they have a whole month and a half
to figure it out before Dragon Con.
To get these writers what they need to be satisfied and appropriately recognized for all the awesome stuff that they do. Yeah. So
Threads is a new app that has released. It released 2 days ago. I was looking at the date. I have not taken a look at it because I was trying to see if it was free or paid. It seems like it's paid, but it's created by the by Meta, which is the parent company for Facebook and Instagram. You log into it through your Instagram. It seems like it's kind of connected to your Instagram more than it's connected to your Facebook, but it seems like it's the competitor to Twitter. But yeah, that launched, and we may be hearing more about Threads.
Okay.
Not these type of threads.
Right, not those.
No. Nobody wants to hear about those.
Yeah, no, we don't. All right. In gaming news, we have some announcements. Insomniac Games announced that they'll be Comic-Con.
Yes.
In Hall H, which is the big one. So just to give you some perspective, that's where Marvel announced Phase 5 and Phase 6 last year. So reserved for pretty big deals. Okay. They're going to be there to discuss a pretty big deal, Spider-Man 2, which is really anticipated, and the actors and some of the creators are going to be present at the panel. It's going to take place on Thursday, July 20th.
Oh, so that's when it starts, July 20th.
Also, Pokemon, Max Animation, Paramount Pictures with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Twisted Metal, What We Do in the Shadows, and like you mentioned earlier, the writer strike, it may impact Comic-Con. I mean, especially with it being so close. Like, I would think at this point.
I mean, those actors haven't been confirmed. I don't know if they have So my thought is, last year in Hall H, they were talking about Marvel. This year they're talking about a game. And games are big. This is a big game. I don't know that is...
Warranting.
Yes. The big hall. And that might be a sign of all the other things that may be happening. Or, I mean, a lot of it's game stuff. Pokemon... Max Animation. So Max Animation is HBO Max's animation. They're going to be talking about some of the things that they are animating. Paramount Pictures is talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is Seth Rogen's project, which I believe it's hopefully already finished and not being affected by the writer's strike. Twisted Metal is a game. What We Do in the Shadows is a show, though.
Twisted Metal, I'm wondering if they're talking about
it's not a game. Yeah, it's a show based off of the game.
A reboot of the game.
I think it's a show.
Probably.
So yeah, I am...
A sign of the times?
A sign of the times, possibly. And speaking of time, Assassin's Creed Mirage will have an educational mode called History of Baghdad, which will be free. It will have historically accurate articles that... players can access after they discover different sites in the game. The topics that these articles are going to cover are economy, belief in daily life, government, art and science, and court life. So, you know how when you're playing the game and they give you
different
stuff.
things that you can read and you're like, I'm going to go to sleep. I'm like, I'm going to read all of this stuff.
Yeah. So you can read all this stuff to learn more about Baghdad. Oh. So apparently some of the previous games have had a lot of historical things in them as well, which I was unaware of. So yeah, it's going to be incorporated into this game as well.
Yeah. I'm interested in it being an educational mode.
Yes. I read it and I didn't understand if they were saying if it's going to be a separate...
Like downloadable content sort of deal?
Thing,
go ahead.
Or if it was going... or it didn't seem like it was downloadable content. It seemed like it came with the game and it's provided free with the game. But I don't know if it's something separate
That's
you need to go
into...
Like, do you need to go to your pause screen and then go to it?
Right.
Or will it be... like articles, like how you get artifacts and stuff in a game. Will it be like that? Which that would be really cool if they incorporated it into the actual
game. And you don't have to take too much time away from the gameplay. You don't have to...
Like if your partner falls asleep, you can read these articles.
Go back and read the articles. But yeah, when I'm playing, I'm not like, man, I really want to learn about...
art
Valhalla
and science
and courtship and courting. Not to say I don't enjoy that stuff, but I just think it'll detract from everything that it has to offer if you have to go out of the game to access something, as opposed to just incorporating it into the game. You discover something and you can read the factual history about it. Yeah. So, yeah, interested in that. And I think Assassin's Creed Mirage was the game that we wanted to try. Yes.
It's the one that's going back to, like, the original. So it's going to be more similar to the original games.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about a few trailers. Game trailers. This one's for Pokemon Sleep. It's an official trailer that's going to help you sleep.
I couldn't even get through the whole trailer. It was really long. and descriptive about how the app works.
How Pikachu can wave his tail and you can feed Snorlax berries.
I was like, oh my gosh. I was more excited about this before the trailer. It's a sleep app.
Well, yeah, with Pokemon themed sleep app.
It's a Pokemon themed sleep app.
Check it out or don't.
Mortal Kombat 1 has a new trailer and there's more characters.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I was very confused because I tried to watch the trailer because I realized I like the Mortal Kombat 1 trailers. They're pretty cool.
They are really cool. Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa! Did he just rip that out of his what?
Yeah, that's accurate.
Yeah. So I was watching the trailer and I was like, well, what are these other trailers? So I don't know if there's like separate character trailers or if there's all one trailer and all the characters are in the trailer. But anyway, there's more characters.
Yes.
And there are trailers.
Yes.
At least one. The game is going to be coming out September 19th.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to watch some trailers after this.
I know. It's just entertaining just to watch the Mortal Kombat trailers.
Yeah, they are really cool.
I don't know what the story is. It's just cool watching.
But
and like the trailers are really well done.
They are.
Like, I know why they asked me if I'm 17. I do feel uncomfortable a little bit watching it. Like, whoa, I'm glad this is animated because this will make me, blood on the screen.
Oh, man. That went into his chest. Yeah. Okay.
So these are movies releasing this upcoming week. That is going to be today, July 8th to July 14th. Yeah, you didn't know that?
Accurate?
Yes.
July 10th?
Yes, because like I looked, it was originally written, I originally had it written down as the 12th, and then I Googled it, said it was coming out the 10th.
We're talking about Mission Impossible,
weird.
Dead Reckoning Part 1. July 10th, which is a Monday, but...
Maybe it's not, that seems weird.
It does seem weird.
I mean, I Googled it. That's what it said.
Okay, I was about to Google it as well. I will not.
Because I Googled them to make sure that it's correct.
Yeah.
And I knew that it did change. It has changed its date a couple of times. That seems odd.
It does seem odd, but
I mean, it also has part 1. It's a really long name.
Yeah,
it's Tom
a few
Cruise.
colons in there.
Yeah.
I might be going to the movies Monday to watch it. I don't know.
Oh, you want to see that?
I do want to see that. I like the Mission Impossible series.
I do too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not like super on it.
Right.
All right, so TV shows that are coming out this week, July 8th to July 14th.
I'll start it off because that's my color. Bleach. Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War. Part 2 is coming.
The separation.
Oh, the separation. My bad.
Yeah.
The separation.
So I was Googling this to make sure the date was correct and to see where you could watch it.
Yeah.
And like every time I Google this thing or read more about it, there's more stuff added to the title. Today I had to add in blood for Blood War.
Blood War.
I didn't know.
It's not just a regular war.
It wasn't just a 1,000-year war. It's a 1,000-year blood war.
Mm-hmm.
But
about
anyway.
The separation. Hey, part 2, okay? Part 2. This is the second 500 years. Not the first. But it's coming out July 8th on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Yeah, which I found surprising. It's coming out on Disney Plus. It's gonna be like simulcast or something.
It is weird.
It's a weird sort of release, so it might not always be available.
Okay.
Record of Ragnarok 2, which is I think you would call it an anime based on a manga. Season 2, Part 2 is going to be coming out on Netflix July 12th.
Okay, cool. And Foundation Season 2 is going to be coming July 14th on Apple TV Plus.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that show. I looked it up and I saw it was sci-fi.
Yeah,
like,
sci-fi,
okay.
and it's got a few recognizable faces. Ronan the Accuser from Marvel, from Guardians of the Galaxy, and he was the Elven King in the Lord of the Rings, the Hobbit trilogy, or the Hobbit trilogies.
There's 2 Lord of the Rings people in there.
Wait,
no?
There might be.
Never mind.
No, never mind.
Never mind. He's not from Lord of the Rings.
Don't mind it.
Closing.
Okay, yeah, that's where we are at the closing. And this has been your weekly dose of nerd news. So be sure to like it, subscribe if you want to, or just keep watching. And hey, come back next week for even more nerdiness. I am Jason.
And I'm Air Bear.
Clink.
Clink.
Thanks for watching.
Oh, we were supposed to clink after. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Clink.
We'll get it one of these days.